There's a line here that is describing the vampire as having eyes with a blackness blacker than the blackest pitch. And I immediately thought, there is a smelly smell that smells smelly.
Alright, we're going to make this quick because I have tried to film this twice now and my computer wouldn't accept it, so let's try it now. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, my name is Bailey and welcome to my very first reading vlog. I will be doing a reading vlog for the entire month of October, reading spooky books, woo! So it is only September 30th right now, but I thought that I would introduce the video with what I plan to read because I plan to start reading right away tomorrow. So the first book that I have to technically finish tomorrow is the audiobook for Crave by Tracy Wolff. It is a hot mess, so look forward to my opinions on that tomorrow. My second book that I plan to read is Dracul by Dacre, Stoker, and J.D. Barker. I've had this on my TBR since my birthday last year, which was December, so I'm very excited. The next book I plan to read is the Bloodline series by Cary. They are kind of Dracula sequels, and they are for a younger YA audience, so that'll be exciting. And my final book is a book of vampire short stories edited by Richard Dalby. There are some stories from Bram Stoker and Anne Rice in here, so I'm looking forward to reading them. So I'm very excited to start my very first reading vlog, and I hope you all join me on this new and exciting prospect of me sitting in bed and talking to you about my opinions. Good morning. It's 10 a.m. on October 1st. Yay! I've already fed my pets and done the dishes, and now I'm making a tea. My mom's gonna be home early from work today due to a Zoom call, so I think this morning I'm going to finish Crave by Tracy Wolff and start Dracul somewhere. So that'll be exciting. As you can tell, I don't feel the best, but reading doesn't take a lot, so. Woo! Say hi, Sammy. This is Sammy. Isn't he cute? He just turned 11. Yeah, he's being shy right now, but you'll hear from him.
So I finished Crave. I don't even know what to say, honestly. It's got 2 stars from me because if I wanted to read Twilight in 2020, I think I would have just reread Twilight. It's basically just Twilight again. I don't even know how else to explain it. I mean, it just seemed like this book was just created in a boardroom meeting. It was like, hey, it's been 15 years since the first Twilight book came out. We want to make money again that was as much money as Twilight. Let's hire someone who writes sexy romance man novels to write just another Twilight. It's the same goddamn thing. But instead of having regular things in the book, they had to make it worse. So you can't just have werewolves in your book. Oh, no, werewolves are too overdone. Werewolves are too overdone. Let's make some of the characters dragons! What? Dragons? It's so stupid. And it's hardly even different from Twilight. The only thing different is that there's dragons and that she goes to a boarding school in Alaska. Everything else is the goddamn same. It was also marketed as Twilight but feminist, which does not make any sense when it's just the same goddamn thing. They try to make this whole message about how protagonist is a strong female character. She's a lot stronger than Bella because she's not named after beauty. No, her name is Grace. So they try to push this narrative of her being a strong female character. But in the end, they do the same goddamn thing they did with Bella. They make her clumsy. They make her hurt all the time. And her strong female character moment is becoming a martyr again and stepping in front of her boyfriend, Vampire Boy, when he's about to get killed. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid, and I'm tired of it. It's not feminist because of that. It's so stupid. I don't even understand. I don't even care about spoilers for this point. If you care about spoilers for Crave, then skip to when I'm not dressed like this. But the final part in Crave is that Grace is a gargoyle. Bella being a human being who just smelled good was not enough. Oh no, Grace has to be this magical being too. And it doesn't even get set up properly. She's just a gargoyle at the end. And then there's like a few pages of Jackson's point of view. What was the point of that? That doesn't make me want to read the second book, which is already out, by the way. Crave came out in May, and Crush is out now. That makes no goddamn sense to me. I hate that. So I hated this book. This book was really bad. Don't read it. Just read Twilight again. There was nothing different.
Hey guys, it's day 3. It's October 3rd. And yesterday was kind of a write-off for filming because I didn't feel well. Look who's behind me. Sleeping on my blanket. So on the 1st of October, I started Dracul by Dacre, Stoker, and J.D. Barker. I'm about 70 pages into it now, so this morning I have my tea and I'm going to continue it. Buddy. This is Wyatt. He's my old dog.
Do you like my shirt? We stan Sibella from Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. So I got up to part 2 in Dracul. That's about 120 pages in. And so far, it's not really what I expected. It's less of a vampire novel right now and more of a gothic ghost story, horror story, which I can appreciate. It's about Bram Stoker as a child, and him and his little sister Matilda are searching for answers of their very creepy housemaid named Nana Ellen. Nana Ellen takes care of Bram because he's a sickly child, and she's very spooky, very creepy. I see her as a vampire, obviously, and they're trying to figure out what she is. So I think that's a pretty cool beginning to a story. I'm hoping that we get more into Bram's adult life, where he's probably writing Dracula and trying to sell it to a publisher. I know he was a playwright, so he was probably trying to sell the rights to the play before the book. So that would be interesting to learn. I hope it's not just spooky horror nonsense, and I hope that there is some realism in it, because I think that would be a very interesting history to learn. Because as much as I enjoy vampire stories, I know that Bram Stoker's descendant helped write this book, so I hope he added a lot of actual real tidbits instead of just, horror vampire nonsense. So far so good. I am liking it. I'm hoping to get more into it as we go. When I first started it, I wasn't as intrigued as I guess I should have been. Something drawing me back was that the children speak a bit too adult for me. I understand it was a different time period, but they could have spoken a little bit more casual than the parents. They were very well articulated, let's say. They were very complicated sentences that I don't think an 8-year-old would be able to say yet. Still, who knows? So far so good. I'm liking it, I guess. I'll have to keep going.
And this is Gussie. This is the only time I'll be able to film him. When he's sitting still. He's our youngest. He's about 4 years old.
Hey, so we're in bed together. Never thought this would happen so early. I am extremely tired today. I didn't film anything I did, so you could just think I'm lying, but I had to travel twice today outside into the real world. I had to purchase some emergency dog food for Wyatt, and then I had to help carry groceries home, so I am super, super tired. It's only about 8:45 p.m., and I am so sleepy. So I thought I would end my day after such a busy day by starting one of the short stories from this collection. I plan to read them at night, so I'm looking forward to it. Yay! Woo! I'm so tired.
Good morning. It is October 5th. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night, so it's going to be a pretty chaotic day for me. One, Monster X just announced their comeback next month, so I'm super, super pumped. I'm going to do more reading today, so I can finally talk to you about the books, because it's been a few days. Everything's just been so chaotic, and when my mother's home, I don't like filming. So let's see what I do today. So I am about 200 pages into Dracul by Dacre, Stoker, and J.D. Barker, and it is going exactly as I imagined it. We're finally in the adult perspective, so the language is a lot easier to believe coming from adults. I like that they are doing the Dracula thing where they have a cast of characters trying to solve a mystery and defeat a great evil. I like that a lot. I especially like that it's siblings rather than a bunch of married couples. There are a lot of allusions to Dracula. One of the characters has said his red eyes, they are just the same, which is a Lucy line from the original. And I don't know if I like that, because Bram Stoker was not in the room when that line happened. How could he have written it if he didn't hear it? So it's just like one of those Easter eggs for readers, but it doesn't seem that realistic to put in the book. I kind of like how it's going. I can see it possibly going in a more negative way, but I don't know, we'll just have to see.
Ta-da!
Hello. It's days later, once again. We had Thanksgiving tonight, and I've had wine, so I thought it was the perfect time to tell you that I finished my first book. I finished Dracul. I still have the end notes to read, because I wanted to do that as well. I thought it would be best to tell you about it while I've had wine, which is a very good choice for editing Bailey. I liked it. I didn't hate it as much as the previous book that was co-written by Dacre Stoker called Dracula the Undead. That got a less than 1 star from me, but this one is, I'd say 3 stars. It was good. It just was very basic, and I expected more from it. Now, I'm going to get into spoilers for it, so if you care about finishing Dracul without spoilers, skip. I'll let you know. So anyway, the book started off very, very well. It started off with Bram and his sister Matilda as children, and they are trying to figure out if their nanny was a vampire. It turns out she is. And then it skips to their adulthood, and I was really interested in seeing if this event from his past was going to inspire him to write Dracula, but no. Instead, his brother Thornley, he has a wife who gets pulled under vampiric influence and she starts to go crazy. And then they meet a Dutchman who is well-traveled and knows how to deal with vampires. And Thornley's a doctor at an insane asylum, so you can kind of see all the clues saying, hey, this is just Dracula again. Just read Dracula again, but written different. So I did not like that. I wouldn't have minded an homage if it were just thematic and formatted the same way, like a epistolary novel, which it is. But no, it turns out that the big evil that they have to defeat is Dracula, because Ellen is actually a good vampire and she's just been turning people into good vampires. It's stupid. That didn't have to happen. It would have been way more interesting if Ellen was just this mysterious figure in Bram's childhood that haunted him for the rest of his life. Maybe she didn't even have to be a vampire at all. Maybe she was just a very elusive, mysterious figure, and that just caused a lot of anxiety in Bram. And that, along with the coming turn of the century, the drama that he had with his wife Florence, who previously dated Oscar Wilde, anything of that sort. I would have enjoyed reading about him researching vampiric figures or events and having it tie to his childhood and having people think that he's, you know, a little bit mad for writing all these scary, horrible ideas. You know, something other than just Dracula again, except this time Dracula has too many powers. They're very convenient powers. I hate when Dracula, oh, he's the big bad. No, he's not. In the original novel, he was just some old bitch who attacked one household many times and got killed by a cowboy. So, this gets a 3 out of 5 for me. I just wish that it was more about the process of him writing Dracula instead of having to live out the exact same events as Dracula, because authors don't only write what they know. They're allowed to create things and research things and think of, you know, new ideas. So I plan to start Bloodlines by Cary in the upcoming days. So look forward to that and my sober thoughts.
It's a bit of a low day today. I have back pain, so instead of reading, I'm going to watch Frankenstein. Woo! It's the Robert De Niro and Kenneth Branagh one. I don't know if it's any good, but I thought I would see. I own it on DVD along with the 1992 Gary Oldman Dracula, so...
They gave Victor mommy issues to explain why he goes nuts. It was so dramatic. She was like covered head to toe in blood like it was a Hammer horror. This is the movie Kenneth Branagh cheated on Emma Thompson with for Helena Bonham Carter. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Branagh has made Victor Frankenstein into basically like one of his Henry the Fifth characters or whatever Shakespeare stuff he does, because he's so Shakespearean that he can't help do that to Victor Frankenstein, who is supposed to be a monster, but he's making him into the hero.
Hello. So it is days later once again, because I'm very inconsistent and I don't have a life to vlog. Thankfully, this is just a reading vlog. So yesterday I started Bloodline by Cary. I'm only 50 pages into it because it's a shorter book, so I'm pacing myself. And I like it. Even though it is written very simply, it is once again using the epistolary form for the novel, so it's good that it's in shorthand, short sentences. It makes more sense. I like it a lot. It's a really cool premise. It's a character living in the trenches of World War I, and his commanding officer is Quincy Harker, the baby born at the end of the original Dracula novel. And this main character is discovering that there is something about Quincy Harker that seems evil. So that's super, super cool. I love that it's a World War I setting, which is very unique, and so far so good. Let's see what it does. I had planned to go to the mall today to do a bit more Christmas shopping, but our sink broke, so I have to wait for the plumber to arrive, so that's a little bit of a mess up of my day, but you know what? Life happens, I guess. I don't do anything anyway, so sitting at home all day isn't different from what I've been doing for the past 6 months. Also, I'm currently editing the video as I go, and I realized that I did not give my final opinions on the Frankenstein movie that I watched days ago. Woof. Wow. Oh my god, they made some choices. They made some horrible choices. They made some weird choices. They went too much with the Universal Frankenstein movie. I did like how they dealt with the creature's storyline and his perspective. That still upset me greatly, the events of what happened. What they did to Elizabeth, though, was some bullshit. My god. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it was just a lot of, let's just say, creative choices. And Kenneth Branagh is just a big ham, isn't he? He just turned Victor into a big ham. I plan to watch more spooky movies as the month goes on. We don't know what they are yet, but I do know that on a Halloween night we will be watching Scream because that's tradition. So look forward to more book discussion and more movie discussion.
Hey there. It has once again been days since I have updated. I am reading at the moment Bloodline by Cary. It's surprisingly good. I am 250 pages into it, which means that I'm 70% done. I really like it so far. It's a bit more younger and the writing is a bit more simple, but it's really good. The pacing is good, the tension's good. The characters are good. Most of them, the main ones anyway, seem to be original characters, which is really cool. I wish they'd stayed in World War I, like the setting of the trenches, for a little bit longer, but now they are doing a chase to Dracula's castle, which is also pretty exciting. I will tell you more about it when I'm finished. Today I am cleaning my room because tomorrow Leanne, my partner, is coming down and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna clean my room today and chill out until tomorrow. Hi there, dropping in quick to say that I have finished Bloodline by Cary and plan to start its sequel, Bloodline Reckoning by Cary. I liked it. This year, YA is surprising me. I go into it not thinking it's going to be that great, and then I'm pleasantly surprised. I liked Bloodline, even though a lot of it was really silly. It didn't do Dracula's stepdad, which is one of my least favorite tropes, but it did do Mina MILF, which was surprising, and I don't think I liked it very much. So now I know I don't like Mina MILF, and I don't like Dracula's stepdad, so I'm starting to learn what I like and I don't like in my Dracula sequels. I'm very surprised, but I liked it, and I can't wait to read the sequel. Leanne's going to be here any minute, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see them. Okay, that's all for now. I finished Bloodline. I will be continuing its sequel tomorrow, so look out for that. Okay, so it's been a couple days again since I updated, but I've been busy because somebody's in the room with me right now. We're about to watch a movie. I think it's going to be Jennifer's Body, so that'll be exciting. Today I started the sequel, The Bloodline by Cary. It's called Bloodline Reckoning, and so far it's going a different way than I expected. We're getting Quincy Harker's backstory, which I'm not interested in that. I liked when he was a villain. So yeah, that's my update. Woo!
Hey, so I haven't been on camera in a couple of days, and I've realized that I've forgotten to talk about the short story collection that I've been reading throughout the month, which is Vampire Stories, edited by Richard Dalby. I do enjoy reading short story collections based on vampires because there's always very, very weird ideas, but then there's always these little gems that I like to find. So far, this one doesn't really have any. The first story that I enjoyed was Dracula's Guest, which is a deleted Dracula chapter, so I would have liked that anyway. And the only other story I've liked in here is just one where a vampire creature is following behind a man and he's only leaving bloody footprints. So that was really cool. I liked that one. The rest of them have mostly been shit, so I'm going to continue reading this. I have 6 more left to read and 6 more days out of the month. Woo! Ignore this. It's beautiful. Okay, boop. Here's the part of the costume you can't see in the shot. Supposed to be Buffy. So you can see how successfully I did that. Hello, you've made it to the wrap-up. I finished all of the books, and so here are my final thoughts about them. The first book that I technically read for the month was listening to the audiobook of Crave by Tracy Wolff, and that got 2 stars from me. It wasn't very good. It was a really, really cheap and weird Twilight knockoff, but I'll totally listen to the second book. The second book that I read this month was Dracul by Dacre, Stoker, and J.D. Barker. It's sitting right there. That got 3 stars from me. While I did enjoy it, I thought that the concept of just recreating Dracula with the author was just a little bit weak. I liked the original aspects of it, but I did not like the aspect of simply just copying Dracula point by point. And then I read the Bloodline duology by Cary, and these both got 4 stars from me. I really liked them. I was very surprised at how much YA could keep me interested, how it could be original and new and engaging. The second one didn't have a lot of plot points I particularly liked, but it didn't do as much weird stuff with the original characters from Dracula. They had new characters still. I was able to predict a little bit of the twists because I knew a historical name of a character from the book. So once you know that, you kind of get the twist easily. But other than that, it was very engaging. I really enjoyed them. The final book I read was a collection of short stories called Vampire Stories, edited by Richard Dalby. It seems that short story collections always get 3 stars from me because there's too many bad that outweigh the good. So unfortunately, that is going to be the case here. It only gets 3 stars from me, but I did enjoy a couple of stories in here. The 2 main ones being the Bram Stoker deleted chapter from Dracula, as well as the short story by Anne Rice. So unfortunately, I didn't find anything particularly new in here that I enjoyed a lot, but I'm still happy that I read it because I gave it a shot. So to close this video off, I want to thank you all for watching this far, if you even did. I also want to say Happy Halloween! I was so happy to be reading spooky books this month. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! Ooh.